overall, I'm thrilled with how the season's going. You know, I can't complain being the points leader. That said, you know, when I showed up to Daytona and I talked to some of you guys, I was like, I want this. I think I can do it. And now I feel like when I show up here that I can do it. I do belong in this series and I can be competitive. So it's a cool thing as far as confidence goes entering the race weekend and being here, that I'm not where I don't belong. Because that did pop up in my mind a lot before the season started, and me thinking like, did I jump off the deep end? Like, should I have done late model? Should I have done more before I got here? And I don't have the time to do that. So with my age, I know I want to make it to the highest level. I want to be a cup driver. You know what I mean? If I'm going to do that, I've got to be very successful now this year in ARCA, hopefully to move up next year and keep progressing very quickly. I'm not 18 like Jesse Love. He's got 20 years of racing to get to my age. You know what I mean? I don't even know if they'll have racing in 20 years, you know, hopefully, be robots or something, but I don't know, you know, I'm trying hard for sure.
Hi, Frankie. So as you mentioned, you are the points leader, of course. How much added pressure is that going into every week? Because maybe you didn't probably think you would become the points leader at this point, but especially with the pressure that the Veterini cars are coming fast behind you every week, how much added pressure is it being the points leader now?
I don't know if there's more pressure. You know, being a race car driver, you always have the pressure of wanting to be the fastest, wanting to be the best, right? I think if anything, maybe my fellow competitors respect me more as a driver, meaning before we showed up for Daytona, before we did any races, maybe they thought I was just gonna be someone who ran in the back or was there. But I think I've shown that I can be competitive in this series. That said, before, I think when they saw my car on track, they didn't think much of it, where maybe now they do. So maybe it does put a little bit of a target on you. But at the same time, it motivates me to stay there. You know I want to win this championship. I believe that I can win this championship. You know what I mean? And I have to in order to win the championship. So I haven't reached my peak at all as far as racecraft, and you know, this is my first time ever on a 1.5 mile track, and you know, the few runs that we got to do, I felt more and more comfortable, and I know we'll improve even more tomorrow. But I know by mid-season to the end of this season, I'll be a lot better than I am currently, and hopefully that puts me closer to winning races.
At heart, are you a actor that's a race car driver, or are you a race car driver that was an actor?
You know, I don't think I've ever said this before. I love my past, so don't take this the wrong way. I love that I was an actor. I love everything I've gotten to do, but I never said that I wanted to be an actor, right? When I grew up, I started acting when I was 8, but I also played football, and I played basketball, and I played, you know, and I did all these other things, and I wanted to be a garbage man, to be honest. So, you know, acting took over my life. It's one of the many hobbies that I did. This chance of racing was me saying, what do I want to do? Like, what do I want to accomplish in my life? And here I am. I chose this. And when I put my helmet on and I leave that pit lane, as much as I go like, man, I don't know, I got so much to learn, I don't know what I'm doing, I feel I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And it's a pretty cool feeling to have, right? To be doing something that you feel like this is what you were made for. I wish I did it earlier. I wish I was in ARCA 20 years ago. But at that same time, like, I've got the opportunity now, and I'm not going to waste it.
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM, NASCAR Radio. You talked about how quick you have to move up because of your age. Have you talked to anyone in the truck garage? Have you assessed, you know, ARCA's a pretty competitive series, what the jump would be like to trucks? Have you asked people about that? Are you doing a little feeling around?
Not necessarily. You know, I'm so focused on all that I need to learn right now in ARCA, and you know, I believe if you're not competitive in ARCA, there's really not a reason why you should jump up. I think maybe people do move quicker than they should, but at the same time, you know, if I know we'll have the discussion, you know, eventually, but this is race 4 of 20 this season. I know that I thought I would do okay. I didn't think that I would be in the points lead at this point, and I'm focused on continuing that and learning. So if I do move up next year to trucks or Xfinity or whatever it may be, you know, people don't go, oh well, he moved up too quickly, he didn't do anything in ARCA. I want to win here. You know what I mean? I want to win the championship, and hopefully it makes sense for me to make that leap to the next level.
You're wearing the blue oval. Can Ford help you get to where you want to go? And do you feel like you have their
Is
support?
anyone from Ford here? Can you guys
got
help me?
Ford PR over there.
No, I mean, Ford has been so supportive so far. I just did a bunch of events with them up in Detroit, went to World Headquarters and got to meet everyone, went to the Lightning plant, which was an amazing experience. I'm driving the Built Ford Proud car this weekend. So I have amazing support from Ford. Obviously, that is a integral part to making those leaps. The fact that I'm in with an amazing manufacturer that supports me, like it legitimizes my decision of becoming a race car driver, even for me. You know what I mean? The fact that I have that support, and hopefully it continues for a long time.
Do we have any additional questions? We'll go up here, the Bob, then we'll go back to Dave. Go to Bob. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I see it back.
Alan Shope, KMC Channel 9. Do you still own the Fast and Furious car? And what else do we not know about you that you want us to know?
Oh man, no, I actually sold that car probably in 2014, and then I bought it back because I felt bad because it was my first car I ever bought, and I was like, why did I sell my first car? Like, that's a cool thing to keep. And then I sold it again because I was like, why did I buy it back? You know what I mean? So no, I don't have that car anymore. Things that people don't know of me, I don't know. I am a very high stress person. You know what I mean? I want to be successful in every single thing I do, and sometimes maybe I put more pressure than I should on myself, like even in my personal life. The way how clean my bathroom is at home, like, you know, like every aspect of my life is like I want to be the best, and so I'm trying to balance that, right, with being competitive, with wanting to be the best race car driver, but also being like just a normal, nice guy and a good husband and father. You know, it's a balance that I'm trying to work out for sure.
Is there any swagger at all being the points leader?
I don't know. Like how do I answer this? It feels amazing being the points leader. You know what I mean? The fact that my name, even though we're only 3 races in, is at the top of that list with 64 other names below me. You know what I mean? I definitely screenshotted it and saved it. You know what I mean? Hopefully after this weekend, I'll still be the points leader, and more importantly, hopefully at the end of the year, I'll be the points leader. But no, it makes me feel like I made the right decision. You know, because it could have gone the opposite way, which I think more people expected, right? People, I think, expected me to be a 25th place guy, you know, just kind of running in the back. So there's not pressure because I know that what I'm doing isn't easy. You know what I mean? So if I didn't have the results I've had so far, it would have almost been more expected. But now I want to keep it. But that's just motivating me even more to work harder, to be more prepared, and I don't know. You know, I'm more aware of what the other cars who I'm competing against for the championship, where they are. You know, even today, I've never asked what other people were doing or like where I was losing time. You know what I mean? But I want, if I'm going to beat those guys, I gotta know. I gotta beat them. I gotta know where they're at, or if am I losing it on entry? You know, power down. What am I doing wrong? Because you know, we only get such a short amount of time to get up to speed, and especially with my lack of experience, you know, I got to do it even double time. So no, I don't know. Swagger, it feels cool. I don't know. Everyone coming up and saying, "Oh, points leader at Talladega for the Cup race." I was in the pit lane before the race, and Jeff Gordon came up to me. He's like, "Dude, points leader. Oh, so cool." I talked to him for a while. That's pretty cool. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's definitely some swagger that comes along with it.
That's awesome. Dave DeMarco with Fox 4, when you got asked about when you used to be on our station, there was an episode where your character went to the stock car races.
Yep.
Has anyone ever quoted back to you? I think he said something like, "It's hot, it stinks, T-shirts don't cover their stomachs, and I'm bored out of my mind." And did you actually go to a NASCAR or a track for that, and do you think that shaped in any way your interest in the sport?
You know what's funny? I was a big NASCAR fan, obviously, even before that. Like, growing up, I went to races in Charlotte, and I'd gone to the Daytona 500, and just as a fan, I never knew that I would be racing at these racetracks. But we filmed that at Irwindale Speedway, that Malcolm episode. And that same year, I filmed a movie for the Disney Channel called Miracle on Lane 2. And we filmed that at Irwindale Speedway. And my first pro late model race ever was at Irwindale Speedway. So it was weird 20 years later to go back where we filmed and be like on the track, you know, where we filmed. But no, I wouldn't say that episode had anything to do with my want to be a NASCAR driver. Although Malcolm was named after the famous NASCAR driver Rusty Malcolm. So, you know, just makes sense, I guess.